Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main events of the evening. Introducing first,
MEW Northern Bash 2019, your main event of the evening, and you are looking at a man who made his debut in wrestling in 2003, a man who has been on the circuit for over 15 years, and a man who has never won the big one. Always been put to one side as, oh, he's a funny guy, he's a comedy guy, he's gonna make this guy look great, he's gonna make this guy look great. He has always been booked and placed on wrestling shows to give the shine to others. Tonight, the shine is on Prince Ameen.
tonight, the People's Prince will be crowned your People's Champion. And ladies and gentlemen, your MEW British Heavyweight Champion, lights over, Maxted.
When Prince Ameen made his wrestling debut, this man was 11 years old. A man who fell in love with wrestling relatively late in his life, but has always been a big fan of himself, and that has carried him to success here in MEW, a two-time British heavyweight champion. Tonight, Maxted needs to make sure he does not underestimate Prince Ameen. In the build-up to this, Maxted has very much seen this as, oh, it's just a night out. Just gotta pop to Long Benton. Yeah, you look great. And that's without question. But take your eyes off your face, take your eyes off your merch, and focus on the man in the ring right now. A hungry, hungry veteran of British wrestling. Big fight feel here in Long Benton. Two men from very different walks of life, two men whose journeys into this sport couldn't be further apart, but two men who are now meeting in the center of the ring with the same goal in mind, to leave as British heavyweight champion. Prince Ameen survived the Toon Tussle last month to earn the right.
The following match is scheduled for one fall.
Take it to Mickey Brown.
And the winner will be the MEW British. This is for the MEW British Heavyweight Champion. First of all, your challenger.
No. Mickey Brown's been cut off by some. We know that music, but it can't be. done? The Primate is back in the Innisfree! The man who built MEW! Jason Prime! And he looks ready to fight! Jason Prime, who's had a breakout year as part of NXT UK. We weren't expecting to see Primate, and now Dan Fitch is out here. So Primate's in the ring, and maybe Dan Fitch has got some answers for us. What is going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 14th anniversary, our 14th birthday this evening. And do you think we wouldn't have a surprise for you like this? We know how to treat you right. Prince Ameen, you've been here for a very long time. Day one. And on day one, who was your tag team partner? The Primate. And since then, in one-on-one and tag team competition, you've never defeated this man. And you, Adam Maxted, you might be the British heavyweight champion, but for 2 years you've ducked him. 2 years I've watched you not showing up to events, feign injury to not wrestle the Primate. Yeah, I think so. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be the greatest MEW champion, you've got to beat the greatest MEW champion. Therefore, it is Prince Ameen, Adam Maxted, and the Primate for the MEW heavyweight title.
Whoa!
Ring the bell!
Blockbuster announcement by Dan Fitch! Oh, this is a game changer! Prince Ameen, Adam Maxted, and now the Primate! Oh, this is as much as I respect the decision by Dan Fitch. You've got to believe this has got to change the game of Prince Ameen. Spinebuster. Ameen was booked. He was ready. He was primed. No pun intended. For a one-on-one match with Adam Maxted. Maxted was ready for a one-on-one match with Prince Ameen. And you've just thrown an absolute curveball in the form of the Primate. Maxted seems unshaken. Oh, shaken now. The king of the jungle. Just driving Maxted into the undergrowth with that spear. MEW faithful coming alive. What a surprise for us here at MEW. The Primate could leave tonight as the British heavyweight champion. We know that Primate, along with Wild Boar, tag team The Hunt, they've got NXT UK commitments next week. And if Primate gets past Maxted, are we going to see the MEW Championship on NXT UK? We have to get some clearance from one of the McMahons or something. I don't know how this works. Big shoulder block by the Primate. Primate in the best shape he's ever been in. Tope Suicida. It was a year ago that Primate looked like he was done and dusted. He has fought tooth and nail to not only recover, but to get better than ever. And I would say, controversially, that Primate getting his jaw broken was the best thing to ever happen to him. It refocused him, it redefined him, it got him in the greatest shape of his career, and it got him to drive to greater, bigger things, including a lucrative deal with WWE and NXT UK. But it's not about the money tonight. It is about the prestige of leaving the industry as MEW British Heavyweight Champion. Back and forth these three men go. They all know each other so well. As Dan Fitz said, Prince Ameen and Primate, former tag team here in MEW. Had a lot of success as a tag team as well. Maxted knows Primate is a dangerous, dangerous man, and has made a point to avoid him throughout both his title reigns. I think Ameen slapped Primate pretty hard just then. Just a little like, we're friends, but just so you know, we're opponents in this match as well. And Primate bounced off that turnbuckle post. Ameen asking the MEW faithful to clear. I know you may have paid more for front row seats, but this is why you pay for front row seats. Sometimes you get a complimentary wrestler in your seat. Oh, Maxted blocks the suplex. Great decision by senior referee Ryan to let these guys go. Fall away slam into the chairs. Not strictly a no DQ match, but Ryan is letting these guys get it all out of their system. Ameen is out of sorts after that fall away slam, and Primate with a chop to the chest of Adam Maxted. And Primate's feeling it. Primate not underestimating Adam Maxted. You could have counted to 100. Primate let go when he wanted to let go. Primate now working over Adam Maxted. If he can get Maxted back in the ring, he is one spear away from dropping the British Heavyweight Championship on a desk in Connecticut onto the hardest part of the apron. Primate gets dropped by Maxted. And you have to believe this would be the biggest victory, the sweetest victory for Adam Maxted. Oh, wait, Maxted, do you know what? He's not bothered about the victory. If he leads with that belt, he's still the champion. Oh, Maxted's off. Maxted's had enough of it. Oh, you ain't going nowhere. Prince Ameen, who was scratched, who was clawed for this championship opportunity, is not going to let Maxted go quietly into the night. Oh, Maxted, you might want to look behind you. Pinball Maxted. Maxted's going down. Down he goes. Primate and Ameen working together. One of MEW's favourite tag teams in the early days of MEW. Proving why they were so successful as a double act, but now it's not about the tag team titles. Wait, look at this Primate. Picks up Maxted. And Ameen, oh, eats a drop kick from Maxted. He saw it coming, flex with the cover. Just a 2.5. Adam Maxted saw that one coming from a mile off. Well scouted. Scouted Primate just now. Beautiful power slam. Adam Maxted holding his own against two of MEW's finest. It would be a huge night if Maxted can leave Longbenton as your MEW British Heavyweight Championship. He will have clout for days if he leaves here tonight saying, I defeated Prince Ameen and I defeated the Primate. I defeated two of the men who are considered the heart and soul of this company. Clothesline in the corner, and Maxted just has Primate and Ameen bending to his will. This is not the match we were expecting in our main event. Perfect drop kick takes both men down. Now, this was not what we were expecting from our main event at Northern Bash. This is what we were expecting times 11. Times a Primate. Maxted throws Ameen out of the ring. Focuses his attention on the Primate, but Ameen's quickly back to his feet. Oh, that second just bought Primate enough time. Overhead superplex. Cover on the Primate, new champion right now. Oh, and Ameen at the very last minute stops the cover. And that is what this is all about. Prince Ameen and the Primate both competing not for the tag titles anymore, competing for the British Heavyweight Championship. Spear to Maxted. And Ameen hooks up Primate, pedigree. Ameen just wiped out the Primate. New champion. Oh, controversial. That was 2.999 recurring. Maxted pulls the referee out at the last minute. Now Ryan's in his power to disqualify Maxted. He's saying no. He's letting this match continue. So much respect for our senior official who's letting this go. Oh, and Ameen now sizing up Maxted. Ameen knows that he just became the British heavyweight champion. Now a drop kick. Maxted's about to retain it. No! Back and forth, these three men go. Primate. Oh, a meeting of the minds between the post and Maxted's brain. 2.5. Primate looks genuinely rattled, but he hasn't won this match yet. Oh, and the king of the jungle, stalking his prey. The hunt is on. Ameen about to eat a spear from the king of the jungle. And we have a new British heavyweight champ. What? Prince Ameen just kicked out. And the Primate looks like he's seen a ghost. Primate just overwhelmed that Prince Ameen could kick out of the spear. MEW faithful just as shocked as well. Oh, Primate maybe digging down for another one. Gonna put away Prince Ameen with a second spear. Ameen surely cannot survive 2 spears. Oh, a tough day at the office for Prince Ameen. Denied a singles match with the champ, and now about to be taken out by the Prime. No! Misses! Pedigree! The cover! Prince Ameen has done it! Just became Indian reality. Prince Ameen won the big one in MEW. Prince Ameen first stepped into a wrestling ring in 2003. And he has scratched and clawed for this moment. And Primate's calling for the mic.
Well, I've got something to say. And in my first ever match, you were my tag team partner. I was. Thanks. And my question to you at the time was, what can I do to be better? And I say a large percentage of what I've done now is down to you. See, this man, he comes to these shows, he gives his absolute everything every time he comes here in front of you fans. And not just here, that's every show he's been to for the past, what, over 15 years. This man doesn't get half recognition that he deserves. This man is the reason a large majority of the indie wrestlers that you support now and you follow around the world, he's the reason, he's one of the main reasons that they're able to do what they do for a living. This man paved the way for all these little greenish goose shit guys like me who don't deserve what they get. He's the reason. For that, I thank you. And then we've got him, Maxted. This isn't meant to be a heartfelt goodbye for me, because believe me, I'm going to be back. But Adam Maxted, all joking aside, you've got more athletic ability in your little finger than I'll ever have. If indie wrestling is held on your shoulders, then I'm quite confident it's going places. You eat, sleep, breathe and shit this business. And that's what your girlfriend tells us, that's all that's on the bloody TV. But you, my friend, are a wrestling genius and you're a talented man, believe me. As I said, I'm not going anywhere. They didn't make me say this. I just feel you deserve to know how good he is and how good he's going to be. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the show. Get home safely. Good night.
Has come true for Prince Ameen at MEW Northern Bash.